Hi, I'm Kurt, and welcome to Tall Man Smoke Shack. Recently, I was asked how to use a dry rub. Today, I will show you how to prepare meat with a dry rub and some common binders. Dry rubs have been used for thousands of years, with evidence of spice rubs used in ancient Egypt and India. A dry rub is a mixture of herbs, spices, and sometimes sugar, salt, or other flavorings rubbed onto the surface of meat, vegetables, and fruit before cooking. The purpose of a dry rub is to add flavor and texture. Rubs help to create a crust or bark on the outside of the meat as it cooks. They're typically used on meats, vegetables, or fruit cooked using dry heat methods such as grilling, smoking, or roasting. The specific combination of spices and seasoning used in a dry rub can vary widely depending on what is being cooked and the flavor profile desired. Now let's talk about binders. Many common binders are used in dry rubs, including yellow mustard, steak sauce, olive oil, melted butter, applesauce, mayonnaise, maple syrup. Today I'll be using olive oil as a binder. All right. To apply the dry rub, we're going to start by patting the meat dry. I've already dried the pork butts here, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure I've got all the chicken all dry on this side. Then we're going to apply a binder, and in this case, we're using olive oil. Your binder on both sides. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with the pork butts. Just going to quickly get them rubbed all into the different nooks and crannies. You want to get the binder everywhere so that when you put spices on, they bind to every part of the meat. Now we've got the olive oil spread evenly. The binder's all over all of our meat. So we're ready to move on to the next step. All right, after the binder's applied, you're going to dust the top with the dry seasonings. Try to get a nice covering over everything. We want to get it completely all over the meat. So we're using the Tall Man Smoke Shack Tennessee rub on our pork butts, and use a little Caribbean jerk rub on our chicken breasts. So once you got them sprinkled on one side, just go ahead and do the other. Now we're going to take a minute to really rub the spices into the meat, make sure they're adhering well. So this goal of this is just to get a really good coating and really those seasonings adhered. This is where the rub and breast part applies. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to give the butts a really good squeeze. Make sure we get this seasoning, the dry rub, all over the place on this. I'm going to keep adding a little more dry rubs to make sure it's really covered. So you just squeeze it into all the little nooks and crannies. Make sure you really squeeze the butt good. All right, now that our butts are nice and squeezed, breasts are nice and rubbed, we're going to go ahead and put these into the refrigerator to stand for about an hour. You can stand for about an hour and overnight. And that's it. Using a dry rub is straightforward. Dry the meat, apply the binder, and then massage the dry rub in. The result is perfectly seasoned, juicy, and delicious meat. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something new. Try this technique for yourself and let us know how it goes. See you next time on Tall Man Smoke Shack. Thank you.